What's the real difference between the way rich people think and the way poor people think? Here's a story. A poor man saw a rich man living what looked like a life of luxury, while he himself worked day and night, exhausted to the bone, and still could barely afford food. He felt like life was unbelievably unfair, so he shouted at God, "This isn't fair." God smiled and asked him, "Then what do you think fairness is?" The poor man said, "Make that rich man as poor as I am, give us the exact same job. And if he still ends up rich in the end, then I'll never complain again." God nodded and said, "All right, done." So God turned the rich man into a poor man too, exactly like the original poor man. Then he gave each of them a small coal hill. The rules were simple. They had 1 month and they could dig as much coal as they wanted. Every day they could sell the coal they dug up and use the money to buy food. So the original poor man and the now poor rich man both got to work. The poor man had been used to this kind of hard labor for a long time, so he quickly filled up a cart with coal and took it to the market to sell. After he got the money, he bought his wife and kids a big hearty meal. But the rich man had never done this kind of work before. He struggled all day and barely managed to fill 1 cart. After he sold his coal, he bought only 2 loaves of bread and saved the rest of the money. Early the next morning, the poor man went right back to digging coal like usual. But the rich man went into the village and came back with 2 strong workers to dig coal for him, while he supervised and gave directions. In just 1 morning, those 2 workers dug several carts of coal. The rich man sold all of it, paid their wages, and then used the money left over to hire 4 more workers. By that night, the rich man was already making several times more than the poor man. 1 month later, the poor man had only dug out a small corner of his coal hill, and almost all the money he made each day had gone to food, so he couldn't save anything at all. But the rich man had already emptied the entire coal hill with the help of a whole group of workers, made a lot of money, and used that money to invest in a new business. Before long, he became rich again. This time, the poor man watched it all happen with his own eyes and he didn't complain anymore. That story shows the real difference between rich people and poor people, and it explains why the rich keep getting richer, because what they really have is a different way of thinking. Money can be lost, but the ability to make money stays with you for life. Even if a rich person loses everything, they still know how to build it all back. In this world, the most powerful thing isn't money, and it isn't power, it's the way you think. Why is it that when a poor person goes hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt, they feel like their whole life is falling apart? But when a rich person is millions in debt, they still don't see it as that big of a deal. What poor people lack most has never been money. It's a truth rich people would never willingly tell you. If you put money and a bone in front of a dog at the same time, the dog will always choose the bone because it has no idea that money can buy a lot more bone.